again for tuning in with your boy Took on It Is What It Is, 99 The Block.
An urgency for change just to protect the family name. The power of black love. Love is the key. Come on, my beautiful black peeps. The power of black love is the power of black men. Come on, black queen, let's unite and walk together again. The loss of black love, I can see no greater sin. So much strength locked up in the pen, but then again, strength is ability to conquer the devil within. Victory to my people that live for today, but understand what was then. But I cringe at my people walking, but the preacher rolling bins. And the way I hustle supposed to be some great sin. But I keep my head high though, still fight the fight though. A soldier ready to go to war, yeah, I got your back, bro.
Coming out of my exile for diligence. Sunday morning I wake up, but God's grace is giving favor. Get my faith up, shower and shade, wash off yesterday's laziness, anger and lust, as I used to be a slave to this. I'm breaking habits and filling glasses with fine liquor. Deflate the poisonous dream of a defiant nigga. Get more serious, playing games are for small children. Don't need a crew, so as long as I've got the word with me, implement the maturity necessary for the success I desire. Genuine music for you.
What's up, my people? How y'all doing, man? I appreciate you guys tuning in for another week with your boy Took on It Is What It Is with Took. Hey, before I get started, you already know how I do, man. I gotta say shouts out to Exclusively Pure Hair for sponsoring the show, sponsoring the studio. If you want to get in touch with them, check out the products we got. Just go to www.exclusivelypurehair.com, or you can reach us at 972-510-4403. I almost forgot the number. Or you can check us out on social media, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, at Exclusively Pure Hair. Once again, that's Exclusively Pure Hair. And also, while you're on Facebook, don't forget to check out Tia Moore Designs and Gifted Pleasantries. What's up, my people, man? Before I get started, man, I do want to say thank you again for joining me, giving me a little of your time. I appreciate it. It won't be overlooked. But before I do get started, I want to say rest in peace to the brother Nipsey Hussle. Nip. Condolences to, the family. I'm not going to go into what happened, but for part of my spiel, I am going to kind of use this as an example of some of the empowerment issues that I wanted to speak about. First off, we need to be aware of who we are and what we're doing. Brothers like that's willing to put their hard-earned money, and I'm not just talking about him, I'm talking about all of you brothers, I'm talking to all of you sisters, but basically the brothers, man. I'm talking to you guys. There's a lot of you that are giving back your own hard-earned money, educating, mentoring, and it's great you want to do that. No, not want to. It's great that you do that in your own neighborhoods, your own cities, your own projects, so you know what I'm saying, whatever. But you got to be mindful, man. you got to be mindful that there's haters. And the deeds that you're doing, those people need that. So saying that, they need you here. You know, man, get y'all some security, man. No, it's not, to me, especially ones that are doing valuable things like that, and you're showing your face in the hood still. Get some security, man. Get some real security. There's nothing wrong with that, especially if you're making money and you're giving back. You're making that bread to pay for it. Get you some security. The image of, and I'm not saying anyone was wanted to have the image of, yeah, I'm hard and all that. That ain't what I'm saying. What I'm just speaking to you guys in general. There's nothing wrong with making sure you're here to continue your good deeds. There's nothing wrong with that. With options simple as hiring security. I mean, security supposed, if you get good security, they're gonna know who's threats and who are not. So your fans are not going to be, your community shouldn't be upset that you're walking around with security. If you're walking around the hood still, knowing you have what you have, your fans and community should be grateful that you walk around. I just want to say this. Now, I don't know who they are. I just want to say what it seems to me. I want to say right now, because it's, and I'm not putting nobody out there because it's been hot on social media and all of that. I want to say just like a person like Jay Prince, who everyone fear, supposedly, well, not fear, but respect, and has ties. Even this cat in his hometown, where they call him, I don't want to miss, the boogeyman, ain't it?
Yeah, something like
Like the boogeyman or something, you know what I'm saying? So even in his hometown, when they're having a event with people out there, he's walking around with, look like to me, security that's on the job, not just chilling, we got your back. I mean, I don't know what, and one, I mean, it's on the video. Even one, he had to tell one of his security men, you know, nah, they, you know, straight. He had to go put up the, you know, he coming out with a pump. You know what I'm saying? But even a man like that would have security because he does a lot in his community. And to be honest, his community needs him. And he's not the type to do much like a brother Nib and a lot of you brothers. You're not the one to do that from afar. So if you have to touch, because a lot of us have to touch our hood, we have to. That's where we're from. We can't. I understand the concept of why should I be afraid of my own people? And you're not being afraid of your own people. You're just protecting yourself from the haters that want to take you away from your people that you're doing good, that you're trying to help. You know, it says a lot about, and once again, I am repping my boy. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, got this few weeks ago. I think it's probably been a month, whatever. But it says a lot when a tragedy happens to a certain person that came up banging a certain set, because anyone that's out here doing this, you know, you're just not famous, but it's a lot of cats doing this. But it says a lot when you come up banging one set and a tragedy happens to you, and both sets mourn your loss. Activists mourn your loss. Communities, not just his, mourn your loss. And it says a lot when, even if it's a fake, and if it's a fake, he's a great actor, because that seemed to come out genuinely, just, before he knew it. It says a lot even when you have some of the police department mourn your loss. That says a lot about a person and what he's doing in his community. And it's a lot of y'all doing that. So it's a lot of y'all need to think, man. There's nothing wrong with having security. There's nothing wrong with making sure you're here to keep doing the work you're doing. Man, we need y'all. We need y'all. I'm not going to go into any certain tragedy, man, but I need to say this. We need y'all. People that have that effect, we need y'all, man. You need security, man. You need security. And I ain't saying security is the answer to everything, that you may be harmed, but it may be a chance of survival. We need you to survive. At least give yourself a chance to survive. If you're really going to put your heart and soul into your community, man. There's nothing wrong with putting your heart and your soul in your community and making sure you're here to continue doing that, because actions spark change more than anything. Actions does. And brothers like y'all, man, that are out here actually doing it and being real about it, those are true actions to the people that can smell fake anywhere, that know fake from anywhere. Let me see why my thing. Excuse me, people. I'm trying to figure out why the chat left me. Hold on. I'm trying to figure out why my chat left, but forget it. But yeah, man. We need you guys here, man. So I hope a lot of you guys take this tragedy and be mindful of what's going on, because to be honest, if you really put it down in your hood as a youngster, whatever you want to claim, whatever you want to say you did, if you really, really put it down and you've changed and you're giving back and you're helping, your image don't mean nothing to us. What you're doing means everything to us. The reason why your image don't mean anything to us is because we know you. We know what you did. We know how you put it down. Now we know you've changed you in a different direction. That's what we need. That's what we want. That's what the community strives for. It's a lot of people that talk like I put myself in it. Like a lot of people talk this. I talk this. You know what I'm saying? This is the only way right now I can really give back. I'm not doing it like this man or certain men are and were doing it. On that bread game, on this side of the game. You know what I'm saying? So it's not like I can buy up stuff in the community and make it where you got jobs and okay, you got a business. What I charge you this, just respect. Let's build. Because there's a lot of you in the community without the major licks that you have worked hard for. Got out there and got. Sometimes doors are open for certain people that don't normally open for other people, or they don't make it to see that door open because you're gonna receive more hate in your hometown than anything, because y'all came up together, man. Y'all came up together. And there's always going to be something to spark something. Always. Oh, let me do it like this. Make sure this down. It's going to always be something. But yeah, I gotta use my phone, people, because I got y'all chat on the computer, but it seems like I can't see it now. So I just want to, make sure I stay engaged with everybody that's here. What's up, everybody? Hey, don't y'all go nowhere, man. Y'all make sure y'all stay tuned into this, man, because this is real powerful, man, because not only do I need to speak about protection, we also need to get with our educating our young ones, our kids on the way to open businesses, run businesses. It's coming back. Yeah, I know a little technical difficulty, but it's back on. Just give it a second. I'll be right back on the screen. Just give it a second. But yeah, man, we need to adopt teaching our kids how to run their own businesses, man. That's very, very, very important. Now, everybody's not going to be successful in running a business, opening and creating this big booming businesses, but the careers that they create for themselves makes them strive to be better at that job, and also keeps them hungry for other little hustles that they may have in them to to live better, man, to leave something for their kids and their kids' kids. We have to actually start teaching our kids about trying their best to create generational wealth, and what is generational wealth, and how do you protect generational wealth once you learn how to build generational wealth. That's very important, man. And you don't have, and once again, before I say this statement, I'm not saying college is not great. I'm not saying that, because a lot of connections and everything come out of college. But it doesn't take college to instill the hunger for the knowledge to create a better lifestyle for your family, your family's family, your family's family's family, and so on. Because nothing is more important than the knowledge of making a dollar and keeping it. How can you make a dollar and keep it? People can say what they want. It takes knowledge, discipline, a certain hunger to flip your dollars, man. And I ain't talking about flipping it and then spending. I'm talking about to flip it and live how you need to live or want to live, and constantly to, when you get at an older, not even just old, but at an older age, it takes knowledge, discipline, and a unique hunger to reach that age and have dollars from when you first started. A lot of you don't even understand what I said right then. A lot of you don't even understand where I went with that right then. Do you understand the term, oh, he's spending old money? How many of you got the knowledge to go 10, 15 years and spend old money? I'm just talking about 15 years of old money. That ain't nothing. I know people probably right now, some of your most wealthiest, they ain't even started touching their money from their parents' money. They hadn't even got to that. That's generational wealth. And living a lifestyle and it's not about the lifestyle, but it's about the security, because once you get over the financial stress, you can deal with the physical. You can deal with the mental. And that's way more important for your life than anything else. But the financial is very, 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 very important for not only your mental and physical, because you need it for the survival. Nowadays, unless you go and you still have to purchase enough land to say I own it, and you still have to pay taxes, because really you don't own anything in this world but the clothes on your back and a couple of you furniture if it's paid off, little whatnots if it's paid off. Those are the only things you own, because you can pay off a house, a car, and lose it if you don't pay the yearly tax that is required to own it. If I'm wrong, let me know. So what do you really own? The clothes on your back. The clothes on your back. So we need to start teaching our young ones how to create residual income, or I like to call it residual wealth. Constantly. I'm talking about getting that major paper. You know what I'm saying? So they'll know that. Oh, thank you, son. So they'll know that they can live how they live, and the teachings that you give them, they're going to have that hunger to, okay, I want to live better than we're already living, so I have to grind and create another system on top of the system that was given to me. Not built, but given to me. unless you give them so much to where they go build that entity that can stand beside the entity that's taking care of your family. I try to think another way to put it, but it's, it's simple, man. That's a lesson that really needs to be in the household. That's a lesson that brothers out there are, and brothers, I'm talking back to y'all. That's the lesson that you guys don't understand, that you're giving to young ones without even saying anything to them. Because they know who you are. They know where you could be. They know you don't have to be here. But they see what you're doing. They're seeing things starting to look better. They're seeing certain opportunities for them to just feed themselves and clothe themselves, educate themselves. Man, sit down and really think about how powerful that really is, bro. Brothers, think about how powerful that is, man, in them communities. Those people need y'all, man. Y'all gotta stay. At some point, well, I'm gonna put it like this, man. And every brother, I don't care who you are, where you are, what you're doing, y'all gotta adapt this, man. Y'all gotta adapt this thinking right here, man. Once you start giving back, bro, that's what matters. Whatever, that's the only thing that matters, plus what you're doing that was able to get you up out of that situation you was in, and also what is supplying you to give back like you are. Once you start doing that, man, all that, I'm walking like, no, man, protect yourself. They need you here, man. They need you here. And they need you here to educate these kids, because the actions that you're displaying in your hoods are teaching these kids. They seeing you come up and coming back and building and giving back and taking the time out to talk to them and guide them in the right way. Man, that's why I say we need to start learning. Start teaching our kids the business aspect, because once you get that money, man, especially coming from the hood, to have people like that in the hood while they're a little hungry, but you're still inspiring them to do better. You're giving them opportunities to learn and things of that nature, to have a lunch, to have a little summer job or after school job, things. Man, do you know how big that is to some, man? Y'all are feeding people. Not only their stomachs, their minds, their spirits. Why don't you realize how important you are to them? Not just to your homies, man. To your communities. And I have to stress this because I know, I get it, and I understand. I shouldn't need security to walk around in my own hood. But you do. Now, if you ain't doing nothing, you just getting that bread, you ain't, you know what I'm saying? There's really no value in your thinking, your mythology or whatever. Wild out, bang out. But once you start giving back, man, once you start caring, once you start putting your money where your mouth is, bro, you're important, man. You're important. There's no other way to put it. You're important. I gotta look at you, and I gotta look at you because I know there may be one or two brothers that are doing this that's not even known, but getting that bread and giving back and doing. You're important, man. Huh? Like, wake up, man. These kids aren't wilding out for no reason, bros, because we're losing the true activists, the true mentors, the true heroes. Man, to just to give somebody, just to inspire somebody, man, makes you a hero. I mean, it's a lot of y'all really don't understand, man, the value that you possess in your community. Not the fame, the value. How valuable, damn, how valuable you are to people in your community, man. And I know I got, you know what I'm saying, I left that, I was saying educate your kids on being big, but this is part of it. Because that needs to be part of it. Son, daughter, if you become billionaire, multi-billionaire, or you start cleaning up where we had to come from or whatever, you know, it's good that you still want to be around your friends, you helping them, and you want to see the other kids come up and have a chance and all that, but protect yourself. Protect yourself. Because once you start giving, once you start caring, once you start loving, you're important to your community. Your ego is not important. What you're doing is important. That's important. It's needed. It's not a want. It's a necessity. We need that. It's needed. So at some point, man, y'all gotta understand what's going on and what needs to go on with yourself. If you done made it out the streets and you're doing stuff as, I'm gonna say his name, as a Nipsey Hussle, man, get your security, man. You're needed. You're very, 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 very important. Because a lot of people try to talk and educate kids, but they don't realize how important and how much actions outweigh the lesson they spoke to them. But the lesson that you show them, those kids are sitting there and all like, I can do it. I can. You know how many lessons they listen to a day from everybody they run into that ain't doing nothing? You know how unreassuring it is to have somebody speak to you about something that's not doing nothing? So you brothers that's doing something, you sisters that are doing something, you brothers that are growing to be able to do something, you sisters that are growing to be able to do something, need to be mindful that you are important once you start. Once you start giving back, caring, loving your community, you're important, point blank. Your ego is out the door. It's out the door. You have that no more. Yes, you stand up for yourself. That's not what I'm saying. But the tough guy, the tough girl, Roll is out the door. So we really need, and I mean this, and I mean this, I mean this, I mean this, I mean this. We really need to, and I'm not saying you can't be hard and tough for who you are, but we have to really be mindful of how valuable we really are, man, to our communities, especially when we start. Just go see. We really need to be mindful and aware of the importance of what we're doing in our communities, man. Especially if you're doing great work in your community, man. We need you here. I mean that I'm gonna continue to speak on that because I need people to understand, man. It's not saying you're weak or anything to have security. That's just somebody to watch your back so you can actually engage with your community, with your fans and stuff like that. That's what that's for. You know what I'm saying? You didn't made it to where you didn't have to watch your back, be aware, be careful, woo woo woo. You know what I'm saying? You can still do that, but now you're able to actually engage your community, the people you're giving back to, the people you're educating, the people you're trying to protect, the people you're trying to make aware that they're important themselves. You know what I'm saying? That's man. You can't have memories of that, man. We need daily doses of that. There's years and years and years and years and years of destruction within our DNA. So we can't live on half a century of great deeds and have to constantly be reminded of just that. No, we need daily doses of that. So you ones that are doing that, we need you guys to do that to your grave, to your natural grave. We need that. The kids need that. The kids need to see, because a lot of people aren't going to educate their kids on the importance of at least trying to go after owning your own, you know what I'm saying, living off of your own dollar, recycling the dollar, the power of that, you know, the image of you doing it is what educates a lot of them. Like a lot of your cats that are doing this right now, a lot of your sisters that are doing this right now didn't come from silver spoons or have it even anyone preaching that to them. You know what they had? They had an image that they seen doing it. Oh, that's from where they're from. That's doing it right, doing it consistently. Really being loved by the community because of the work, how you guys let them get up close and personal with you. You know what I'm saying? Where they can actually feel your energy, your love, your passion for them. That's important, man. Like, y'all can't see that, how important that is. It's simple. Let's not get away from that, man. But we need to educate our kids at a young age, man, about trying to build something of their own. Now, you know, I'm not saying getting away from sports. Even if you want to go into sports, okay. Well, this is the lifespan of an athlete in this sport. in this sport. If you really love sports, what do you want to do? Are you going to take some speech classes so you can, you know what I'm saying, some journalism so you can, you know what I'm saying, get on TV and be an analyst or something like that? Or are you going to go more into the business aspect and learn how to open up your own agency to be a sports agent? Are you going to go into law? You know, be a sports attorney. Are you going to go into sports medicine? You know, sports entertainment. You know, yeah, it's those lessons, man. It is very, very, very important. That's why I speak upon you actually doing some of the things you aspire to, even if you have to work. You know, you should never spend more time on someone else than you do on your own. Meaning job wise, not talking about your family. I'm not speaking of your family. But that's just how I feel. You know, I work. I can't go to work and not work on the things that I aspire once I leave. I can't get them more time than I give myself. Because the things that I aspire for makes money. So why do that? Why even destroy your energy doing that? Because you're basically saying your energy isn't even worth your time. Your energy isn't even worth your time. I mean, there are different lessons that can be taught on the entrepreneurial tip. It doesn't always have to be, well, it is creating, but it doesn't have to be outside of a realm that they love to do. Just do it on a higher level, you know. Um, there's nothing wrong with ownership. I wanted to go into the way that everyone, even especially our own, is cheering the fall of the Big Baller brand. You know, um, how can you guys cheer that? How can you guys cheer something that's trying to be created in your image that stands aside the biggest, I was going to say shoe companies, but the biggest companies in the world? How how can you guys honestly cheer that? You know, there's been a lot of slack about the way this dude love his kids. I mean, he see great things for his kids. He think his kids. I mean, who shouldn't think that? Why is it wrong to aspire your kids, and why is it wrong for him to say what he's saying when his kids always dominated in every age bracket they've played in? I mean, I'm not understanding, but I don't. What you say, Katie Bay? Katie Bay. I believe that the children are future. You stupid. I believe the children are future. Teach them well and let them lead the way. You stupid. It took a minute to write. I think she typed the whole verse. You stupid. Good one though. But you made me forget what I was saying. Shit. That was funny. Oh man. But yeah, man. I don't know how y'all can cheer a black man or the image of, well, a dark image. I gotta stop saying a black man. A dark man, the dark image of us. How can you cheer the the failure? Because I don't even believe they failed. They just took a hit. They could still. I think they could bounce back, but they're giving up on it. So how can you cheer the failure of a dark man? Man, give me some of the Mike and Knight, man. Yeah. Boy, shit, you done something, man. Oh, my bad, people. I had to give me a couple of Mike and Knight, man. They in here eating candy and stuff. Knowing I'm doing the show. And then they just putting it up and down. So I had to give me some of. But how can you really cheer that? And some of your biggest sports journalists on TV is praising it. And that's why I posed the question, why? Because he loves his kids as hard as he loves them? So you just want him to be quiet and not support his kids, help his kids, love his kids, inspire his kids. I just got through talking about teaching your kids business, and you're knocking this man for trying to show them how they don't need a Nike and Adidas. You have the mind and the power to build your own Nike, Adidas. But ever since they came out with their own brand, there has been this backlash from us, our own. I want to know why. Somebody please tell me. I ain't know Mike and Knight's good. You know what? I'm good. I'm good because I know they tired of seeing me chew. I just seen y'all passing back and forth, and I have to. I'm like, nah, man. Yeah, I need a few of them. Yeah. But yeah, I really didn't understand the backlash that they got. I would have thought we'd at least cheer them. Not even if you like them, the shoes, or the people. I thought we would have been more cheerful of the effort. I thought we would have been more cheerful of the concept. I thought we would have been more cheerful of the fact that, someone is not scared to actually try to live on their own sweat, off of their own sweat, and build something that will stay in their family for generations and generations and generations like they have. We talk about that, but when someone tries to do that, we seem to what? Knock them. Somebody let me know why. Why is that? Hey, them were good. Boy, them like night was good. Yeah, somebody please. Yeah, the Mike and Ike, yeah, they were good, boy. So why? I don't understand. Now, I understand the concept of being brass. You know, he was kind of brass. You know what I'm saying? But why wouldn't you? You have 3 sons that excel in something. They're good kids. They get their grades. You know, he's proud of them. Like, why wouldn't you be proud and have your chest stuck out because of your kid? And it's not. And everybody always talk about this living through his kids, you know, because he wasn't that hooper he, you know, actually boasts to be. But every athlete, if you do anything, you're supposed to say you're the best. You know, I just had a bad day, or I had a bad year, I had a bad career, man, but I'm the best. You know, back everything, whatever. You know, like the old Martin. You know what I'm saying? Ooh, my leg. You know. But the pride that he has in his kids, man, it really it does something to me to see the backlash that he gets for that. That does something to me, man. It it's a cringe. It's almost like I say in one of my songs, man. I cringe like that every time I see a preacher rolling bins to his church when he got people barely making it there, people walking, busing to, you know. I'm like, no, take care of yourself, you know. So it's not hard, man, to kind of, and I'm not talking about every day, all day, man, you know, 10, 20 minutes a day. You can even just speak to them regularly, man. Talk to them about business. Talk to them about the aspirations that they have. You know, what do they want to do? What do they see themselves trying to do at a young age? You know, because you have certain kids, man, figuring out what they want to do at young ages. You know what I'm saying? Uh, it's not wrong to, let me tell you something. The best thing for a child is repetition. And that talk right there, or that image in a repetitious state, will bleed into their soul. And it's not forcing anything on me. It's just simple talks. What do you want to do? You know, well, if you really like that, we can start off doing this. You know, I'll ask the school if you can sell candy, you know, or something like that. You know, when they're not selling candy, or when you go to the daycare, if they don't have, you know, they just do that. Well, can she sell, you know what I'm saying? Fruit roll-ups, you know what I'm saying? Those are healthy, you know, so anything, you know what I'm saying? But to promote, you know, just like your daughter, fam, uh, you know, at a young age, she just charged a little, but she could take your daughter, your son photos and stuff, you know, Mr. Pierre's daughter, you know, younger. How old is she? 5 years old. She already excited about taking pictures, and you know what I'm saying. She sharp with it already as a 5-year old. You know, but things like that you have to actually take not only pride but take time with your child with that. It don't have to be a lot because you don't want to burn them out. You know what I'm saying? But at least be with them, just like one of my kinfolk, man. You know what I'm saying? His child, you know, play ball, you know. But as a youngster, he wouldn't even let him come in the house. Damn, he wouldn't even let him come in the house without what that towel you had, son? What that towel that you had? He wouldn't even let him come in the house, bro, without even taking him to drills. And he never, I'm talking about all his life, had to actually remind him or say, "Is you gonna do drills or do this or do that?" It's man, actions, bro, bleeds into a child's soul to where a lot of talking you don't have to do. You don't have to do a lot of talking. You know what I'm saying? Only thing you have to do is, oh, don't. I wasted some of my bill, people. If you see me leaning down, I'm just wiping it up, making sure I don't leave no mess. You know how we gotta peep it. But you don't have to, man, constantly talk to a child, bro. The things you do mold them in ways you really just don't understand. And I ain't talking about all they known for having attitude, all that. I'm not even talking about all that. What I'm talking about is once a child start realizing how they're living, how they can live, no, how they're living and how others are living, and then they start peeping out and noticing the effort that you're giving to build yourself. Sometimes that molds those kids into, I'm satisfied with this. Sometimes it molds them into, I want more, I see more, I aspire for more. But if you see that aspiration in your young child, why wouldn't you feed that? Why wouldn't you feed that? I don't understand the logic of not feeding that. That's one of the main things you should love feeding them. That information, that inspiration, that positive support, that positive push. You ain't even really touching them, but you pushing them. You ain't even touching them, just pushing them a little bit, just give them a little nudge. That nudge means so much to them. Oh, you really think I can do it? Yeah, okay. Well, I want to do. I mean, what's wrong with that? And the older and older and the older they get, the better and better and better and better they get. Why? Because the things that you're feeding them, that you're pumping into their soul, may just actually create a a um a work habit that's unmatchable, unthinkable, unrecreatable. That may not be a word, but I had to say that. It sounded real good to me. It may not, but just that work ethic, it could, that work ethic can come from that little nudge you constantly give them. You know, you right. They not kids. Kalita say, children not are not kids. You know what I'm saying? You right. They learn by seeing. They gain aspirations by seeing. Um, it's up to you to let TV inspire them. It's up to you to let the hood inspire them. Or it's up to you to let yourself, the parent, inspire them. And how can you inspire somebody if you don't even go after certain things that you aspire for? Because you can't talk hunger. You can't speak that. You can't speak uh, perseverance. You can't teach that. You can't speak discipline. You can't teach that. You have to show that. Even if you're creating that in different little, like I like to call them, exercises, whether it's mentally, spiritually, or physically, you still have to show up. Because if you don't show up, they're not going to show out. Why am I going to give 100% and you sent the substitute? I see him every day just sitting on the side, not saying nothing. Now I'm supposed to just listen. Now, man, I'm feeling lag. But you live how you practice, meaning educate, groom. Uh, uh, Parents are the first inspiration that their kids get. You are the first piece of inspiration that they get. Let that sink in. You are the first piece of inspiration that they get. And to inspire someone is to set fire to their aspirations, their future goals that they're wanting to set, that they see their self setting and getting to and reaching and overachieving. You know, don't let your job kill your aspirations, because you still have to come home and teach with not only your words but with a visual. You have to. Other than that, you just letting the teachers raise your kids. Yeah, you feed them and you at the house with them at night, but what are you doing with them? Do you even listen to them? Do you know what they want to be right now? Even if it's a fairy, even if it's a cowboy or whatever, do you listen to them? Do you know what they want to be? You be the best cowboy. You got little youngsters. You got the little junior rodeos and stuff going on. A lot of them kids making money, ain't they? Don't they make money? Them junior rodeo kids.
Yeah, they make money.
Yeah, they make money.
You win like top 3. Yeah.
Yeah. So inspiration goes a long way. And we can't be scared to get that to our kids, man. We can't be scared to pass up a Saturday night at the club, at the club, at the club to sit down and bake with your kids or just watch TV. Sit with time is everything. Or even take them on a legal business, run or something with you. It's big letting your kids see your outside hustle besides going and sitting in a job. They see that enough. They see you go there enough. They understand I'm gonna work. If I don't build nothing on myself, that's good to teach them, hey, you gotta get a job. Get a career. You know. What do you want to do? What do you like to do? What do you think you can do with a smile? And be aware if you get a child that says, well, anything that pays me top dollars. Okay, well, yeah, you need to you the type need to build something. Let's groom that. Okay, well, what's on your mind? You know what I'm saying? You don't get them ideas. You mold ideas. Meaning asking, simple things like, well, what's on your mind? Well, even if it's young, I don't know. I want to do something like clothes for Barbie dolls or something like that. You just don't know how big that will be. Well, you got to learn how. We need to learn how to design them. And then do you have any images of them? And then, what I'm saying? Well, now, since we have the internet age, well, this is what we need to do, baby. We can go online and see we can kind of research and see how do we shop these to Barbie doll makers or companies that sell the clothing for the Barbie dolls or make it. You know what I'm saying? It's anything, man. And even if you don't reach someone and build a big business selling Barbie, you just don't know that time, that effort. You just don't know how educational, not important, but how educational that was to that child for their next venture. You already put them a step ahead of 96% of the kids in their age bracket. That one little gesture, that one little thing already put them ahead of their age bracket. I'll say 99% of them, 96% of them. It's simple stuff, man. It's not hard. All it takes is love. If you really love them and you want to see them do better than you want to see them have more than you, that's what a lot of people say, then why not groom their aspirations by not just getting up and going to work, but trying to build this. I can make extra like that. I can take care of this like this. Oh, let me show you how to invest this. Let me learn how to invest this. Learn how to invest that. So this could be another little notch on our belt. You know what I'm saying? And don't forget to constantly be like, well, what's on your mind? What you thinking about today? What you do today? See, a lot of us, we good at that. What you do today? How was school today? What you do today? Okay. But we don't start. Okay, well, what's on your mind? What did your day make you think about? As a youngster. And there's nothing wrong with having intellectual conversations with your kids, even if they're young. If they can speak and reply back, you would be amazed at how much you having an intellectual conversation with them builds their vocabulary. It builds your vocabulary, their vocabulary. Now the only thing they got to do when they go to school is, because they pretty much know what it means. They just got to get the legal definition and learn how to spell it. That's all they got to do, because they basically know, how to use it in a sentence. If you know how to use it in a sentence, you semi know what it means. If you just stop, think. And sometimes you can spell it by just breaking it down. If they don't have all that silent stuff in there. Silent H, silent S, silent element of P. Like, the whole word silent besides A. A. Over LQAMONSTU. Like, damn. And that's A. Yeah. Nah, but, I'm trying to make jokes. But having semi-intellectual conversations with your kids is good, because there's nothing wrong with building their vocabulary, especially their understanding of words. Before, I don't care if you can spell them. If you can give me the legal definition, I want you to understand what it means, because I don't want nobody to be able to slip that word on you. You don't know what it means. You know what I'm saying? So intellectual conversations with your kids, with young kids. Am I stuck? Oh no, I'm just stuck over here. Dang, this motherfucker is stuck. Man, I can't refresh. I don't want to mess nothing up. But semi-intellectual conversations with your kids are not bad, man. And you gotta also feed. Yes, you're feeding their bellies, but you gotta feed their minds. You gotta feed their minds. Be the one to feed their minds more than anybody. Don't let the school system, don't let the streets feed their minds more than you do. Never that. Get them while they're young, before they can't. A lot of you, they rebel. They won't act right. What were they doing before they can rebel? Were you feeding their minds then? Were you being the inspiration to them then? Now, to those that work 2-3 jobs, mothers, fathers, I understand. But y'all shouldn't have too much pride to ask your brother, cousin, the one that may be around them the most when you're working, that's, a good brother that is going to have their well-being into to kind of step in and kind of mentor a little bit while you're working to pay the bills and stuff. I mean, what's wrong with that? A lot of us have a lot of our egos, and I was talking about that earlier, about our egos, how we need to throw our egos away once we start giving back, caring, and loving in our community. But a lot of us need to learn how to throw our egos out the door and ask for help from good people that are in our circle. What's wrong with asking for help? Because let me hit you with something else. You would be able to ask for help if you didn't ask for help on a lot of bull and burn bridges. You know, there's such thing called tact and consideration. If you can do it, do it. If you can't do it, yeah, that's what friends, family is for. If you honestly can't do it. But y'all wear people out with a lot of stuff you can do on your own. You know what I'm saying? And some of your kids inherit that. So that's not a good thing to display in front of your kids. The grind for wealth, the grind for health, the grind for happiness is what you should be showing. And if you're doing that, you're educating them on all aspects, on how to stay away from bull. You know what I'm saying? How to get a dollar and keep it, how to flip it. You know what I'm saying? How not to try to live like the Joneses, but be the Joneses. You know, and there's a big thing with what I just said. And I ain't talking about be the Joneses if you can't afford to be the Joneses. That's trying to be the Joneses. You can't try to live like the Joneses, but you can put forth an effort to be the Joneses. I'm going to let that one seep in. Give me a drink. You sure can be the Joneses. The Smiths, the Andersons, the shit ain't but a few of them. Yeah, the Johnson ain't but a few of them. You know what I'm saying? The Whaleys. You know, but we need to be aware, man, of the things that we're doing, man, and stop wasting the time that we have with our kids while their minds are maturing. Your kids' learn more the younger they are. They learn way more the younger they are. Once they start growing, that kind of, you know what I'm saying, unless, you know, you create a photogenic child who can, you know, just flip the pages and read it and they know what it say and they done read it in how they be doing about 5 minutes. There be people be reading books in like 4-5 minutes. You know what I'm saying? Big thick book, just flipping the pages. Like, damn, okay, all right. You know, but it's also a process of teaching your mind how to do that. And you gotta have some capability. But, you know, it's very, 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 very important that you utilize the time with your kids effectively. Teach, even when you're having fun. You don't have to be a drill sergeant, be in books and do this, do that. No, just have fun with them and talk to them. But like I say, put that little intellectual on them a little bit and discuss a little business and make it in a way to where they don't even know you're educating them. You know what I'm saying? But you also got to put forth an effort too. You can't be running around the house, going to work every day, all day, talking about you wish you can do this, you wish you can do that. Well, you can if you just be willing to start small. But don't give them that that energy where they just walking around, I wish, I wish, I wish, I wish. All that I wish, yeah, I wish. Yeah, I wish I was a billionaire right now. I wish me and my whole family were billionaire. That way I could be a billionaire and they ain't asking me for nothing. Yeah, I actually get some gifts. Yeah. Yeah. Talking about I wish. I wish, I wish raindrops will fall. Looking at. So, and I'm talking to the parish right now because I get down on the PlayStations and all that, you know what I'm saying? A little bit, you know what I'm saying? I do my thing on them a little bit. But those are not more important than the conversations and the time with you. Meaning, y'all could do that together. You can get your conversation in the same time you're getting with them. And you might get a win if they play more than you because you're talking to them, and you may, get something to make them think and just, help you get a touchdown or something or whatever y'all playing, be creative. Everybody's scared to be creative with the kids. Man, I used to talk to y'all when we used to play that PlayStation and talk to him. I be overthrowing because I'm yelling. I'm talking about something wholly different. And we was outside playing catch. What do you want to do if you get hurt? Hey, 3-4, man. I was like, what do you want to do if you get hurt, dog? You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's because their minds is more important to me. Of course the physical, you know what I'm saying, but the mind is gonna help the physical because they're gonna be able to protect themselves, groom themselves, not let anyone kill their visions or their I know I've been saying this a lot, but their aspirations, you know what I'm saying? No one can kill that because I don't care what status I ever reach. They see my aspirations be unaffected. Now everybody go through moods, but my hunger won't let me quit like I maybe wanted to a few times. So I really wanted to speak because that kind of entwines on what, you know what I'm saying, I was talking about when I said rest in peace to Nipsey Hussle, because I don't know where, but he received that education somewhere because you even got old heads talking about, they used to see him, you had some of the old activists or ex-gang members used to be outside trying to catch all gang members before they even get out, trying to inspire them to do something different. And they would talk about how Nip would beat everybody. I'm talking about from the Bean Pie Muslims to everybody. He out there selling mixtapes, everything, doing his thing before anybody all day. Those are things you have to learn or let or touched you a little bit. You don't, you get it from somewhere. So families, be aware of the power of your time and your conversations and your aspirations. They might not even like what you like to do, but the fact that you would go after it, that speaks volume. Volumes. Volumes. I'm the kid, before they can put their arm on it, and they be sitting there looking at you like this, and you just don't know how focused they are on you, man. Like, they focus. They like, look at my daddy, look at my mom, yeah. Okay, I'm gonna do that, but I wanna do this, but I'm gonna do it like mom and dad and them doing it. You know what I'm saying? It's, I've talked about this before. Prime example. Dame Dash of Rockefeller. Even after the breakup of Rockefeller, Dame Dash been doing his own thing, business ventures and all that, right? Yeah. He said he ain't even talked to his son about it. And his son, he ain't trying to go work for nobody. He got him a restaurant and he got his own cookie that he sells.
Yeah.
Package rapid and everything. Yeah, Dame brought it to the Breakfast Club again. You know what I'm saying? It was like, just the fact that my kids seeing me always creating my own, doing my own, inspired them to do their own. I could say, you know what I'm saying? Mine want to do it because I've been on. I'd probably I can't say probably, but I'm a lost business during the depression, little semi-depression thing we went through. You know what I'm saying? So it's being a business person is a unique mentality. Being a business person requires a unique taste. And when I say taste, a taste for life. Meaning you have to be able to take that bad bite and throw that to the side. No, not to bite that no more. Bite that one, throw that one to the side, but until you get that delicious, savory, fulfilling entity that's going to create generational wealth. A lot of people don't have the DNA to take 5 yeses to 60 no's. No. It requires a unique taste to be able to do that. Everyone can't do that. But to learn that at a young age, when you are at your most impressionable and where your mind soaks in the most it would ever soak in at one time, why not teach the main lesson of you ain't dead, move on? Them 5 yeses is going to turn into 15. Those 15 is going to turn into 45. I ain't going to get to count like that because I've been drinking. So, y'all, I know y'all wanted me. They wanted me to keep the, okay, well, what 3 times 45? Nah, I ain't going to do that. But, we have to really change our direction in how we're mingling with our kids. We need to be parents and we need to guide. But you don't guide them on your path. Guide them on theirs. Talk to them at a young age. What do you want to do now? Okay, this is what you want to do now. Okay, this is how we do this. You know what I'm saying? Education. Education is the key. Education is the key. But education doesn't give you the hunger, the passion for certain things. Now, educators you do receive that passion to be an educator from someone that has educated you. Point blank. Yeah, you need college to be an attorney. Yeah, you need college to be a doctor, a physician, a physician. Um, you need that. You know, it's certain things that you don't need it for. But everything that you're trying to achieve not only takes patience, it takes discipline. And I've been saying this all night. It takes aspiration, inspiration, that you have to be inspired from somewhere. You have to. Your kids got to get it. Why not get it from you? And you got to have persistence because you're going to face a lot of no's. You're going to face a lot of no's where you wouldn't even expect to get a no from. You're going to be like, a couple of no's, you're going to be like, oh, okay. Dang. No, for real? No? All right. Wow. Can't do nothing but respect it. And yeah, I'm kind of running out of time. I got 4 minutes left on the show. But before I go, because I'm not through with the kids, activities, man. Activities. Do not be too prideful to ask for help to get your kids in as many activities as possible. They do not need free time. I repeat, they do not need free time until their minds are molded into being respectable, considerable young men and women. Activities. They need them. You're not that tired. You're not too tired to work overtime all night, even though, yeah, bills need to be paid. Bills need to be paid.
All need to be praised.
You know, food need to be bought and cooked. But what's a couple more hours? Activities. Throw away the ego. Ask for help. I'll drop them off. Can you bring them home for me, please? I'm so sleepy. I want to just cook they shit and have it in the oven and go give me a nap while they gone. Can you hook me up? This just practice. I'll be at the game. You know, anything. If you have to, I mean, those are people that's working long hours and stuff like that, man. There's nothing wrong for asking for help. So, let's just be mindful, man. Let's just throw away the ego. Let's realize how important we are, not only in our kids' life, but in our community's life. If you're one of the ones out there doing great things in your community, please do not be too hard. Do not be too gangster to get you some security so you can engage the people that you love on right now, you're caring for right now. Please do that, man. I want to say I appreciate you guys for tuning in again with me, man, giving me some of your time. I'll check out some of the, because I know a lot of people say they, lost connection on the Facebook Live part. I'm going to check in on that, see what's going on with that. But I do appreciate you guys, man, giving me your time, engaging me on the topics and everything. But before I get out of here, I got to do, man. I want to say shouts out to Exclusively Pure Hair for sponsoring the show, the studio. And if you want to, if you feel that you're the exclusive lady, man, definitely go check us out at www.exclusivelypurehair.com or just reach out to me at 972-510-4403 or just go to your Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter and just go to Exclusively Pure Hair. You can reach out to us there. You can even check out some of the comments we got about the products and everything. And if you're on Facebook, don't forget to check out Tia Moore Designs and Gift and Pleasantries. Once again, man, I say thank you. One love to my people, man. Rest in peace again, Nip, man. You're going to be forever missed. Great work you started in the community. You was doing in the community. Much respect, brother. Peace, people.